Hello, legends and heroes. Welcome back. My name is Omni and I am your guide to Diablo Immortal. In today's video, I will be answering the question that all of you have been asking. What is going on with Barb? Why is Barb not doing any damage? Why does it suck? And the answer is, well, Barb no longer deals damage. It's a meat shield. And you should play Blood Knight. In this video, I'm going to show you how to play Blood Knight. And after the Battleground, I will give you all of the build. I'm going to show you what Legendaries you need, what Reforges, everything you need after the video, the Paragon. But I'm going to be running at 5k resonance. We're going to be into a lobby with other 5k, 6k, 7ks, and 9ks. Alright, so if you haven't played Blood Knight for a while, it is the Abomination form, which is allowing Blood Knight to be back into the meta. So Blood Knight has been out of meta for a very long time. But now, with Abomination, you are super strong, you lifesteal, and you can anti-CC while in Abomination form. The way to get anti-CC is you have to press down this claw. You see when I have this big arrow out, this claw, and you can basically run through people and they can't CC you. So you don't have anti-CC the whole time. But if you press down the claw and hold it down, you can run through. And like right now, I was holding it down. When I'm holding it down, I don't have to be afraid of any CCs. I can walk straight through it. Also, when you're holding that claw down, this claw is very important. This claw is probably the most important part of your kit. While you're holding the claw down, you charge it to full. And you can leave it on full for quite a while. You will get an additional 30% crit. So charging that claw up will give you the crit chance you need in order to deal massive damage. Also, while in Abomination form, we have offhands that allow us to deal more damage the longer we stay near an enemy. So a lot of times I would just hold down the claw and you can just walk around with squishies. Like if there's an enemy that's a pretty squishy character, maybe like a Tempest or a DH or something like that, just walk next to them with the claw. They can't CC you. And you are charging up your 30% crit chance. Plus, you deal more damage the longer you are with them. So you just want to walk next to them, very close to them, for a good maybe like 2 or 3 seconds and build up the amount of damage. Then you hit them with that claw. And then you can dash into them. The dashes cause knockback. The Abomination dashes, they cause knockback. Also, the punch. When you punch the ground as an Abomination, the third punch. So you can punch. Your third punch actually stuns people. So you do have quite a bit of knockback and stuns as a Blood Knight. As a Blood Knight, you will want to run armor penetration and resistance. So you want to max your armor penetration for more damage and max your resistance so that, if you're not holding down the claw, you can still be CC'd. You want to not get chain CC'd, so you want to have high resistance so that you can get out of the CC and then you can hold your claw down and either run out of harm's way or go in for the kill. Alright, so see, I press when we get close to the battle. You want to press your skills. You got your Shroud of Night. You have your Whirling Strike, and you have Transfusion. So when you get close to the battle, press those 3, then press Abomination. The first 3, Shroud of Night, Whirling Strike, and Transfusion. Those are all buffs. Press those 3 down when you get close to battle. This way you don't run out of those buffs during mid-battle. Then press Abomination. Then you go in, fight, and you will see that green line next to the Abomination come down. When it comes down, you're about to lose Abomination. You don't want to be in a fight when Abomination goes away. Super vulnerable, and you aren't as tanky in your normal form. Your tankiness is from lifesteal, which comes from your Abomination form. So, you want to back out and heal up when you're about to lose Abomination. If possible. If possible. If you are out of your Abomination form, you can get Chain CC'd and die. It's very easy. So, try to gauge, keep an eye on how long Abomination you have. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Let's go ahead. Alright, walking the idol. A lot of times, if there's a huge battle, and you're facing maybe like 3 or 4 people, it gets a little rough. So you can actually use your claw as damage. You have quite a bit of range using claw. So you can charge up your claw, maybe it's a second and a half to charge up your claw, and you can shoot it in to the group of enemies. And you can hit them. Also, sometimes you may be standing on the idol, but you have like a DH or a wizard that's pretty far away. You charge up your claw, and a lot of DHs and wizards don't know that a Blood Knight has range attack. And you can hit them with that claw, and you do get 30% damage. And I'm facing 9k resonance. Like Raziello is a Blood Knight, 9k resonance. You can fight them. Of course, the 9k resonance is going to be pretty tough to kill. You might not be able to kill them, but they have a hard time killing you as well. Blood Knight's very tanky. Very, very nice Bruiser class. This is the class that I recommend now that Barbarian isn't very good. Okay, so now is the actual build. I am running 5k resonance. There's a lot of CC, so I do use Stone and Chip Flesh. Deal a little bit more extra damage, can petrify your enemies. Behelit for that fear. A lot of damage from crit, rolling consequence. You can also use the new gems. The new gems are really good as well, but you don't have to. I do recommend accuracy. You need the Grave Runner hat for the evasion, and I rolled accuracy onto it. All the tanks now are evasion tanks, so you're going to need lots of accuracy. The hat is called Voice of the Crescent. Voice of the Crescent. Okay? Voice of the Crescent gives you a lot of evasion. 22.8% of evasion for Shroud of Night. Plus, you're going to need Eternal Gear for Shroud of Night. For your shoulders, Anchored Agony. Anchored Agony. Make sure Abomination form actually useful. It's very nice. Gives you lifesteal. So absolutely, you have to have Anchored Agony for your shoulders. It supposedly slows your enemies also, which is a nice bonus. Mangler's Grove is your main hand. Abomination also increases your attack speed. When you are low life, a lot of times I have very low life as a BK, but I have this huge shield, transfusion shield, So you can deal a lot of damage. Alright, so right now it's supposed to be showing Maul and Response. The next main hand you need is Maul and Response. I don't have it showing, but it's Maul and Response. And that makes Whirling Strike reflect damage. So when someone attacks you, they take the damage. So Whirling Strike, Maul and Response. Main hand. The chest piece you need is Skin Upon Steel. Skin Upon Steel, this turns your transfusion shield into this massive white barrier shield. Incredibly tough, makes you very tanky. So you absolutely need Skin Upon Steel. This gives you a lot of tankiness from that shield. Next we need Fiendish Memento offhand. This gives you just straight up more Abomination damage. Also, when Abomination ends, you get a speed boost. Get a 57% speed boost. And that allows you to kind of run away until Abomination comes back. So, that's very nice. More damage and speed boost so you can escape until your Abomination is back. The next offhand you need is Grim Hound. Grim Hound makes it so that you deal up to a maximum 38% more damage the longer you are nearby an enemy. So I like holding that claw out and just following people around for a couple seconds, maybe 2-3 seconds, and then start attacking. You just deal 38% more damage. So it's absolutely insane. Opportunity Herald is the pants. It gives you that claw skill, which is absolutely necessary. That makes you anti-CC so you don't get stun locked. And it is a bursting claw. So it shoots out. You shoot this claw out and you can hit long range. So it's very, very strong. And it's also very, very nice. It gives you, when you have that claw maximally charged, it gives you 30% crit chance. That is your source of crit, is from that claw. Now, I do like to initiate a battle using that claw. Yeah, you start off with 30% more crit. And if you are able to get close to somebody and just stand by them for a little bit longer, you have that 38% more damage. So it's very, very strong combo. Okay, here it is. I can show you the Maul and Response. So Whirling Strike makes it so when someone attacks you, you are reflecting damage. You are dealing damage to them. So even though you are like just holding that claw down and just walking with your enemy is attacking you. And they are killing themselves. While you are charging up your crit, and you are going to deal more damage to them after a couple seconds. Now you're going to want 2-piece Vithus, 2-piece Montebanks for your greens. 2-piece Vithus, 2-piece Montebanks, and a 4 set of Angments for the most damage. Now, you're not going to have any crit chance from your greens if you use Angments. So you got to utilize that claw. If you're able to utilize that claw for that 30% extra crit chance and Angments, you get the most damage. Now, if you're not using that claw to get that crit chance, you can use a 4 set of Gloom as well. But the most damage is from 4-piece Angments and utilizing the crit chance from your claw. For the most damage, you want a 4 out of 4 piece of Eternal Gear for Shroud of Night. Each piece of Shroud of Night gives you 8% attack speed. 4 pieces give you 32% attack speed. That is a huge difference. So Shroud of Night is the most important. You can get Abomination or Transfusion Shield. You can get those Eternal Gears, but the most important one will be Shroud of Night Eternal Gear. And next, you want the Reforged set, bonus Reforged set, the Vengeance set. And these are the Reforges that I recommend that you get. This way, as when you're in Abomination form and when you are primarily attacking the enemy, there's a chance that you can deal 100% more damage. This is what I recommend. This is the Paragon I recommend. And the ultimate legendary skill you want to use is Curse of Weakness. This makes your enemy weak so they can't kill you. Super useful. Then you will want to use Cheat Death, Grizzled Veteran, First Aid, Combat Veteran. I've been using Juggernaut, but I don't think that is actually the best. You have to actually kill someone 6 times to get it. So it's hard to activate. So instead of Juggernaut, I think it would be best to change it. So instead of Juggernaut, use Overpower. Every person you defeat, you get 3% extra crit chance. So that's easy to activate. Just kill 1 person, 3% extra crit chance. Kill 2 people, 6% extra crit chance. Very, very nice. So that will be your Paragon. Now you know everything you need to know about Blood Knight. Please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. And I'll see you guys in the next video.